The voice is clear, very clear.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay. It is about layout. Okay, and you can imagine in layout we have call it like a building. Okay, then in this building we have inventory. We have maybe we have many type of product. Sometimes we have a combination of product. It depends on our business activities. Okay, so sometimes in the previous class we talked about the arrangement of the product, how to ensure the smooth process of inbound logistic, outbound logistic. So in this aim, so what we have to focus is on the smooth, the layout, the properly arrangement of the product. Okay, that's why layout also important element in this warehouse management. Instead of the flow of movement of the material of the hardware product or the finished product, and also talk about the circulation of that happen in this space. Okay, and we also maybe discuss on the quality, the element of quality, because this quality environment of this warehouse affect our product. So that's why it is important as part of the topic in our syllabus. Here we talk about the layout of this the arrangement of this warehouse. There is a U-shaped warehouse flow. There is a I-shaped warehouse flow. Now talk about U-shape. Whatever design you are going to implement is based on our size of warehouse, the numbers of product, for example, our inventory and stock. Okay, and also if we have this warehouse plan in overseas, of course there are many factors. Okay, about the size of the warehouse. In bigger size, we have to pay more. Okay, it's more costly in compared to the small size of warehouse. Okay, especially in international business, of course, sometimes we have to really focus on the cost saving. Okay, so whether U-shape or I-shape is depend on our company policy. Okay, you see, so what is U-shape flow mean? In this layout, the shipping and receiving dock are located next to one another. I mean the distance between this dock and call it receiving and shipping is not far. Okay, so you can imagine how is the design of this warehouse. And in I-shaped warehouse and L-shaped also we have also known as a through flow. Remember, if you go to KFC or McDonald's, okay, we have a drive-through. We have a drive-through whereby the customer come from one angle and move out from another angle. So that's a concept of I-shape or L-shape. It's a one-way movement, okay, in and out. compared to a U shape, just now we have to make a U-turn. Okay, we have to make a U-turn after we completely, I call it fix the product or the material. Okay, in this U shape, we can minimize the product handling. Okay, but at the same time, we offer a high cross docking cable. So we need a space for this crossing. We need space and where it is easy for us to cross the product from the this dock, two docks, shipping and receiving. Okay. And in an L shape is like a flow, the flow of drain. The shipping and receiving area are located in different sides. So the transportation just move in one way, call it one way flow. As a result, this requires a more available warehouse space rather than U-shape, because maybe we need another separate dock. I mean, maybe at the different building sometimes. So it is more costly. Okay. Normally we practice this if they need. We have a big total quantity of product inventory. So maybe we have extra space in order to manage the warehouse. Okay. All right, there's two very simple about the design, the layout of the warehouse. Okay. Now we move to the warehouse air circulation. Okay, so it is important to have a good air circulation because this will affect the people, affect the space management, affect the safety, also the quality. Okay, if we in our plan, we fail to plan the air circulation, maybe there is a situation where the workers is not under motivation, because it's difficult for these workers to have to get the fresh circulation of air. Okay. You see, maintaining safety, comfortable, efficient building issues, such as sweating slab syndrome, hazard, okay, traffic, when you carry the item using a forklift, of course we need space. So the forklift can go ahead and can go back. So with minimum dangerous or hazard to the other warehouse operators. Okay. And proper air circulation also have maintain a dry floors and surfaces. Okay, maintain a dry floors. From this diagram, you can see the arrangement. Okay, see the in our house also sometimes we have we can fix the electrical equipment in order to make circulation of air in our house. Okay, especially in the dry kitchen. Okay, dry kitchen. So we have to fix this system. So this in this room is more stable in terms of temperature. Okay. All right. See from this diagram, you can see comfort cooling. You can see the movement of the air. Okay. So this support the healthy condition. in the warehouse. Okay, we talk about safety. Okay, remember we have to refer to organizations, safety, health, administrator. That is one of the bodies give us advice on the how to maintain call it the safety at the workplace. Okay, no matter is it in the manufacturing plant, in the warehouse, in the storage, in the call it shipping area or whatever. Okay, so we must ensure there is an element of safety. So far, we have these bodies. We call it OSHA. Okay, OSHA is one of the organization, one of the unit. Sometimes we have this unit in our company. This unit role is to ensure the safety. Okay, and this OSHA also ensure that the company follow the rule and regulation, government regulation, industrial regulation, manpower. Okay, there is a unit of union, union. Those look at the safety and security of the operators in the workplace. Okay, so OSHA is the best reference for us to refer. Okay, so warehouse safety is something like a regulatory guideline, legal guideline. Okay, and industry best practice, okay, to ensure safe work environment, safe behavior. Is not only the environment, but also the behavior of the operators. Okay. For sustainable warehouse operation, health and safety should be prioritized in OSHA. Okay, there is a unit. Sometimes in Malaysia, we have OSHA department. So we call it OSHA department. So the role of this unit is like this, like what we discussed, to ensure the safety of the workers instead of the employer, okay, the legal document or legal practice, the standard procedure in order to ensure that harmonized environment in this warehouse. Why the focus? Focus on the best practice, the safety environment, safety workplace, safe workplace, and safe behavior of the operators. Okay. This diagram show how the symbol that represent the legislative in the warehouse. See the signage of fire safety, the signage of vehicle, where they park the vehicle, the forklift at one angle, there is a label. All this considered as OSHA practice. And you see there is a diagram showing how to handle the event, the product, the packing product. Okay, so maybe there is a division where we have a section for unfinished packing area. So maybe it depends on how the company make use of this warehouse. Like what I discussed last week, we have, I got it, sometimes we have packaging activities in the angle of the warehouse. Remember when we export in the big quantity, maybe part of the quantity is we don't have order yet. Remember? So when we don't have order for this part of the bulk amount of product, so possibly we are going to packing. We have another process, finish process for this product. That's why we have to standardize the practice of safety. Okay, maybe the practice of safety for the packaging, finished packaging product and unfinished packaging product is different. Okay, so it depends. Some company, they don't have a big capital to have a very big warehouse, so they have to put in everything there. Okay, especially when involve cross-border marketing. When we rent the transportation space, the container, of course we have to make use all the space in this container. So that's why we have to send more, right? Because we want to save the cost. Okay, so that means part of the product maybe is unfinished packaging, because we are going to pack this after the product arrived to the warehouse. So we have extra work at the warehouse. So that's why the practice of safety standard must be consider the situation or the status of the product. Is it fully packing or half packing? Okay, so we have to take into consideration. All right. So this another focus of this OSHA. Okay. This OSHA focus on the hazard. Okay. Try to minimize the accident where in this warehouse. Okay. And OSHA also have come up with a guidance, or I call it emergency action plan. Okay. For example, if warehouse owners do not have an in-house fire brigade, okay, then they should have a detailed plan if anything happens. Okay, remember, to share with you the situation in Terengganu. It's one state in the eastern region. Terengganu, so we have many, call it petroleum process factory. I mean, after the petroleum, the raw come from the sea, they call it, they have a very big pipe from the sea to the beach. Then they have a manufacturing plant, a processing plant. So in this processing plant, it's very like dangerous to the environment, to the people surround. That's why Petronas must have, we call it internal fire brigade. So this internal fire brigade can take care of the safety in the area of the running operation. So, but if we don't have this special fire brigade, so we must have emergency action plan. Okay, emergency action plan. Okay, so in this EAP, the company must have a detailed plan, risk management, how to solve the problem if there's a fire here and there. Okay, all right. So in my talk about OSHA also, there is a term we call it fire safety. Okay, now, this warehouse management employing more than 10 workers should have a written fire prevention plan. There is a rule of higher safety. All this is about the OSHA standard. Okay, we still discuss about what? About warehouse safety. Okay, and this safety normally is related to the circulation, air circulation in the warehouse, because the main objective of our air circulation is to avoid the dangerous, to avoid the accident, to avoid any hazard happen in this warehouse. So this air circulation topic or subtopic also related to the OSHA and the warehouse safety topic. Okay. Next, there is a sharing on the warehouse flows. Okay. Remember, when we keep the product in this warehouse, it is temporary. It is temporary basis. It is not like for longer duration of space, but it is temporary. So since it is temporary, okay, so we have to plan the good flow of movement of this material or this finished product. Okay, okay, that is important. So that is about the material flow. Okay, all right. We talk about the flow. It can be a simple flow. Okay. To understand how this movement works, we can examine the simplest possible flow. Okay. For example, from the loading and unloading dock, okay, then we receive the material, or we receive the product, or we receive the hardware product. Then after we receive this product, we send directly to the storage. Okay, it depends on the product condition. If we want cool room, move to the cool room, cool storage. We need a dry room. This will go to the dry room or dry room storage. So this is the still present the flow. Then let's say after 3 years, after 2 years, we need to deliver out this product. So you call it dispatch. Okay, so this simple. Receive storage, and then we dispatch. This one we call it simple flows. Simple flow in warehouse. Okay, simple flow in warehouse. Sorry, a bit sleepy. All right, next, medium flows. Medium flows. The movement start to become more complex when we choose this medium flows. Okay. Normally found in warehouse with a single combined picking operation, generally with a supply of full pallet. You see, single combined picking. That means there is a place where not only we keep the inventory, we keep the product, but we have to do another process, picking process, packaging process. So when we have this type of activities in the warehouse, so we call it what? Medium flows. Medium flows. Okay. This is the diagram showing the medium flows. Sorry. All right. Okay. Medium flows. Okay, from general storage, receipt. Okay, arrival area, arrival dock, then move to general storage, and go to picking area. Next, go to another process, consolidation, and then dispatch. So there is a medium flows of storage, warehouse. Okay, we have another two more activities. Just now we receive storage and dispatch, but now we receive storage, picking, consolidation, and dispatch. Next, we have also a complex flows. Okay. Okay, normally have intermediate handling areas, require operation, various operation. Okay. And then we have loading, movement, facility. So this make the flow more complex. The flow more complex. Okay. You can see this is the diagram showing more complex flows of warehouse. Okay, let's say we separate from division A, division B, then go to the reserve warehouse. Okay, and sometimes there's a finished product, for example, go direct to the warehouse for reserve. Sometimes we have a bottleneck here and there. That means the movement is blocked. Maybe blocked for inspection, block for awaiting the custom, correct, custom release, for example. So all this is normal. Okay. And go to warehouse, go to intermediate product warehouse. We have handling process, then the finished product, go to preparation of orders, then quality control, the quality station for inspection, then consolidation, dispatch. But sometimes we can skip the process. Okay? It depends on the product status. Okay, this is more complex. As a conclusion about this flows and rotation, so handling costs can be reduced. Therefore, warehouse are more profitable. Okay, because the aim of organization is a profit. All right. That's why we have to properly plan our flow and rotation. To ensure that warehouse is optimized, fully use of the space. That means optimize. Okay. All right. So there's another extension of the note. Warehouse layout design and the process of installation, important for process of installation. So that how we design, it affect the installation. Okay. Also, it affect the extension of existing facilities. Or maybe this design also affect the reorganization of the operation. So this is the element that affected by the warehouse layout design. Okay. General layout of a facility, okay, must cover all this need. Must cover all this need. Okay, in general. We talk about layout. The layout must cover this. One, must ensure available space. Okay, what layout we choose must support the space requirement. Must support our space requirement. If we practice the design which is not supportive and not flexible for our space, so it is wrong. It is not right. So whatever layout we choose must make sure it is comply our space requirement. Bisa memenuhi keperluan ruangan kantor, memenuhi keperluan ruangan syarikat, usahawan. Ya. Number two, must reducing the handling of goods, okay, to a minimum. We try to minimize the movement of the good. When the product arrive, we try to minimize. So how to avoid traffic, heavy traffic on the movement? So you must come up with very good layout design. Providing easy access, having the highest rotation, offering a maximum flexibility, controlling the amount stored. All this must answered by the best layout choosing, okay, practiced by the company. All right, this is the same point. Okay, it's about the plan. Okay. The following area must be perfectly defined when designing a layout: loading areas, reception areas, storage area, packing area, dispatch area. So we have to really determine this area when we select our design layout for our warehouse. Okay. This example of layout that includes all of these areas. You see, we have a medium rotation warehouse, we have pure picking area, we have medium rotation. So all these is the proper arrangement, design, example, the design of the layout and the warehouse. Okay. We have to really identify loading and unloading areas. You must put the right signage for loading area. Why? Because when the lorries come, they have to maybe after office hours. So nobody there. So with the signage and the logo and the symbol, the lorry driver know how to, where to dock. I mean, where to allocate all the product. Okay, is it the right location? If without this proper signage, maybe the lorry driver maybe come from other company, don't have sense of belonging, just drop the material everywhere. Okay, imagine if this lorry driver drop the product exposed to the rain. So what happened to our product? So that's the problem. That's why the loading and unloading areas must really clear, must really clarify. Okay. There is a dock separated by intermediate platform. There is sometimes the distance between arrival dock and shipment dock is very far. Okay, so there is, we have to come up with very good decision and plan about the dock location. Okay. And the safety of the warehouse could be compromised. The element of safety is very important. You cannot compromise. You have to really follow, because due to this hazard and accident can affect our operation. Okay? When the workers claim the insurer, when the court sue our company, that's a problem. That's why we have to comply. This very important to comply with the OSHA requirement. Okay. Flush dock, that's a term we call it flush dock. They allow the truck to back right up to the warehouse wall to avoid affecting the internal environment. So this is called it flush dock. Okay. 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 This is an example of the situation. We have arrival, receipt area, and shipping area. Receipt area, dispatch area. Okay. Kawasan menerima, kawasan untuk penghantaran. So we have to see how this very big warehouse arrange their design. Okay. So now we talk about the role of supervisor. Okay, when we have a supervisor, warehouse supervision. So we talk about warehouse supervision. Okay, and there we need the supervisor to plan, to organize, to supervise, to monitor all the activities in the warehouse. Okay, we have many process in this supervision, including receipt, documentation, the storage, the safety. So all these need proper documentation and proper supervision. Okay, so supervision of warehouse also very important. Okay, so one of the job of supervisor is to send the workers for training. To make sure the operators in warehouse are well trained. And also you have to understand about the route, the schedule, packing. Okay, so there is a role of supervision. Observe health and safety regulation. Assist management in establishing the warehouse standard. Perform the duties as assigned. So maybe we have 20 workers, 20 operators, 30 operators. So this supervision means monitor and control. Control these operators. Okay. Okay. Now we move to the other topic. It is about the quality. Okay. So we talk about quality. Our focus today is the quality of warehouse. The quality of warehouse. When we talk about quality, sometimes it is also affected by the environment of warehouse. It is dangerous or when we build or we choose the location of warehouse nearby the petrol pump. Understand? That is very wrong. Why? If we put this, we build this warehouse, maybe last 10 years. After that, there is an application from our land neighbor, to develop a petrol pump. So we have to stop them. Why? Because this petrol pump will expose our operation to the dangers, expose our operation to the hazard. See? So that's why the element of quality in warehouse management, sometimes it not only cover the internal storage and warehouse, but also maybe 2 or 3 kilometers area where the warehouse located. Where the warehouse located. You see? Oh, sorry. All right. Warehouse management process, WMS. Okay. It is integrate control of warehouse receiving process. Okay, we have integration of the controlling system. Okay, so this system is very good in order to check, to limit the numbers of arrival and to make sure the arrival numbers matching to the space in our warehouse. So that is very basic system that we have to give our focus. QMW also, quality management warehouse process also, the feature, the extent, the capabilities, and the basic quality management. Why? Because we want to inject the element of quality control, although quality orders are not always required. Okay, so there's a role of quality management in warehouse. Want to ensure quality control is become a main agenda. Okay, how to use what tool to use when you want to do sampling for our quality check, quality inspection. So AOL is one of the procedure or systematic measurement or standard in terms of sampling, okay, or testing. Okay, when you want to come up with a simple inventory storage. So sometimes maybe after one, normally we don't have a longer period of storage. Okay. But I found that this quality inspection based on the sample is not really suitable for a small company. Okay, but for the big company, maybe we must have inspection and checking about the quality of our product in the warehouse. Okay. Next. All right. Sampling. Why we have to do sampling? Because you want to make a routine inspection. Routine inspection about the status or the quality of the product in the warehouse. Okay. But like I said just now, the sampling, AQL is not familiar. It's something not familiar in small company. It not become a practice in the small company. But in the big warehouse with a longer duration of storage, then only we need this AOL, and we need to do sampling in order to check, to ensure our product is always in the good quality before we deliver to the customer. Okay. How to maintain a product quality? We must have to do the regular reviews. Okay, regular reviews. Okay, we must come up with a schedule, timetable. Maybe we have to appoint the person who are going to in charge. Okay. Necessary tweaks, conduct the reviews at a regular interval or to track the changes and to make correction. Because sometimes some product is the due date, especially the food. Normally the food is we cannot keep longer. Okay, we cannot keep a longer period of time for the food. That's why we have to make inspection. The staff must be properly trained. Okay, must properly trained. Okay. Must know how to measure, how to do inspection, how to use AOL. Okay, all right. The warehouse layout. Okay. The warehouse layout is so important in maintaining the quality. Okay, the layout must allow good circulation, air circulation, for example, a good flow, safety space, properly labeling. Then this layout will affect the quality. The stock level. Okay, we cannot keep too many stock in one time. There is a standard. There's a standard, the distance between the roof and our product. We cannot keep our product until touching the roof. Touching the roof, there's a problem. Because the temperature, high temperature from the room can affect the quality of product. Okay. You must have a very good inventory management system. We know the status of storage. Is it full? Is it still have a space? So this figure is very important for us to decide to receive a new shipment. So this is controlled by the warehouse operators. Maintain the proper stock level. Proper temperature. Okay, we must have set up very good temperature storage based on the product requirement. If the product must dry in a higher temperature, you must come up with very good design for the dry warehouse. But if we need the product, need a cool storage, low temperature, so we must have a section for the cool storage product. Okay. We also must make use of technology. Make use of technology. Okay, because the technology always changing, keep changing everything. So you have to choose the proper technology, the most modern technology, and most updated technology. Because you choose the old system, maybe it's not tally to our customer system, the tracking system especially. Sometimes we use waste. The waste can give you only 6 meter to 12 meter accuracy. Okay, so now you might to use new one, which give you more accurate. Okay, so we need to use the technology. All right, we must have another incentive program. Okay, campaign kesedaran, awareness campaign among the operators, extra incentive to your staff. Okay, so to make sure they are more loyal. Sorry. Forecasting is like what we discussed last week. Forecasting is also very important activities. You are going to focus about the demand of the customer, about the seasonal product of the customer. Okay, any what you call it, any marketing block, any trade block, any war in the world. So this will affect the capacity, usage capacity of our warehouse. Okay, all right. So class, I think that is my sharing today. Okay. And I have another, it's very busy in Malaysia right now due to the voting process and selection of our new minister. Okay, so I'm involved directly to this program, the campaigning program for the government. And with that, I pass the mic to class. If you have any question, okay, you can ask. We have another 10 minutes. Class. Yes, any question? Rika? Yes, all right. Same like last week. Last week, I conduct the class from Sabah, Kalimantan. Today is in Shalam, but I have to go to for another presentation at this leadership training center. Yes, please. If you have any question, Sasmita. Ask question. Yeah, I am okay. There's a question here. All right.
The question in room chat, sir.
Okay, that's a question. I am Sudana. Okay, permission to ask Mr. whether the placement of a good layout can increase the productivity of employee. Wow, this is very good research topic. And how to arrange the layout with a minimal budget, because usually there must be a large cost to arrange the layout. How to solve the problem? Okay, very long question. Thank you, Sudana. First question is the placement of good layout increase the productivity and employee performance. Okay. Yes, this is right. Okay. When we have a very good layout, remember, there is a space for employee, space for employees. Okay. So when there is a space, of course, too many product arranged together with a minimum space, of course, the workers feel tension and stress because they not easy for them to walk in, to walk out. Of course, they will work in stress, low motivation. Because imagine if you go to one space, one small space, you see at your left, there is a rack. You see at the right, there is a rack. You see on the top, there is a roof. So you feel very tension, stress. So I agree with this. Proper layout can, when there is a lack of motivation, when the motivation level is low, so what happens? This affects the productivity. They're lazy to work. There is absenteeism is very high. Of course, the function of warehouse is cannot really achieve the productivity, not really efficient due to the absenteeism, high absenteeism among the employees. Okay, this is right. Okay, how to arrange the layout with a minimal budget? Because usually there must be a large cost to arrange a good layout. Yes, expensive. How to solve the problem? Okay, there are many questions here. How to solve in a shorter time. So here actually we have 3 questions. Okay, the first one is not already answered. How to arrange a layout is minimal budget? Okay, cost. Okay, of course, in terms of minimize the budget, it will take a longer time. First, maybe the material, the type of product, and we have to decide maybe the location also, the location of the warehouse. Okay. Normally, if we allocate our warehouse in the rural area, then the cost is very low. Okay. Cost is very low. If we allocate our warehouse in the rural area, there must be a large cost. In terms of layout, of course, we talk about layout of the warehouse. We choose the simple one. Choose the simple one. You see, remember, we have a very simple layout. That means from receipt, go to storage. From storage, go to dispatch. This is the most cheaper one because we need a minimize the size of warehouse. Okay. If we apply the systematic warehouse, it is very costly. First, the design. Of course, we have many sections. Okay, so the best is to use the simple layout. Okay. But it depends on your operation. If you need to do packaging or picking, maybe you can take out these activities from the warehouse. You can do it outside the warehouse because normally it involves small numbers of work in progress. Okay. Then you can maintain with a small warehouse just for purpose of storage only, not for other activities. Okay. This you have to plan. Okay. Number 3, How to solve a problem in changing layout in a short time. Okay. All right. How to solve a problem in changing. Okay. That means changing of design. Normally, in forecasting, we have to really make very good forecasting. So good forecasting, we come out with the decision, actually what product to give a priority. What product to give a priority. Okay, based on this priority, we know which design is better. Which design is better. So we have a permanent design and try to minimize the changing of layout. That's why our product focus or product selection is very important. This comes from where? From a proper forecasting. From a proper forecasting. There is a negotiation. There is a deal we can make with our customer. Maybe for this year, for this 3-month balance, we focus on product A, which is require a simple layout design. 3 months to year 2022. Then when we negotiate with our customer, maybe start by March next year, we only supply the product B. So in this 3-month time, between January and February, we can make another design and we change the layout design in these 2 months. You see, that means we are not lost, we are not losing, because this 3-month balance, we focus on product A. We promise them to give product B only March, and we have ample of time to redesign our warehouse. Okay, rather than we change the layout every time, every month. That is a problem. Okay, you see? All right. So this is the basic of the how to minimize the cost and regarding to the layout design. Is it okay, Anissa? Is it okay? You give me 3 questions. Like a one pistol with 3 bullets. 1 pistol with 3 bullets. Okay. Next, any more question, class? Nadia, actually, I have have another meeting presentation in another town. Okay, so can I leave the class now? I will share my note.
Chat. Have a
Yes.
question.
All right. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, student. Hope to see you again. Okay, Nadia, is it okay? We have how many? 55. Yeah, Disa Putri, Hamsani, how are you? So is it okay, Nadia? I have to go to another meeting now. But if you have any extra class, just inform me. Okay, so I can have another session for another chapters in our syllabus. Okay, Nadia. Okay, class. I think that's all for today. I hope to see you again. If you need extra time to discuss with your docent, I can have another 2 hours or 3 hours session with you. Okay, so I'm sorry, apologize for this urgent meeting today at 9:40. I hope you enjoy your study, increase your motivation, try to get good mark for your study, then you can have a bright future after you complete your study here. Okay, thank you very much again. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Sam. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Oke, Miss Nadia. Halo, Miss Nadia. Oke.
Oke, ya.
Ya.
Oke. Gimana Pak Fajar?
Oke, sudah selesai nih sepertinya Pak Sam. Mungkin
So
ada
how
yang
about the ending of the meetings? Mau ada kuis atau mau ada review atau setelah ini selesai saja atau seperti apa ya rencananya Pak Sam?
Sepertinya selesai saja sebenarnya Mbak Nadia.
Oke.
Sebenarnya Pak Sam juga ada meeting lain, jadi kita selesai di sini saja.
Oke. Tadi udah di closing kah?
Sudah sepertinya tadi.
Nah, oke.
Oke.
Rekaman aman ya?
Oke,
Tadi
aman.
nggak ya?
Oke. Thank you, Miss Nadia.
Thank you Pak Fajar.
Guys.
Yay.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Oke.